Friday. We don't have too much new to report. Our attorneys filed an additional brief in our case, just bolstering some more of our arguments in the class action case. Nothing too much there. Mount Sinai cashed my check, but then asked if I wanted a refund or a credit. I would probably say a refund.
Yeah.
Renee says it's 51 in California. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Serena Mia. So that's pretty much it on that front. What else do we have going?
Hold on one second. I thought Jake and Steve.
I haven't looked at email today.
Okay, so I know Jake submitted.
Yeah, the
a-
brief.
Okay, the city's a motion to leave to appeal to the New York Court of Appeals.
Oh, go ahead. I didn't read that.
I didn't read the whole thing because it's like 100 and something pages and I just saw it because I was shuffling through emails, but Jake did submit it. It is up on the docket. So,
Okay.
right. So I didn't get to. So
that was from our first case.
Yes, that's from the first case. Right.
Got it.
Right. That's like 50 pages long. I need to be like full of coffee and awake when I read this stuff.
That'd be a morning read.
Right. But so, yeah, so our lawyers are working overtime. So that was filed also this afternoon. So Jake took care of that.
Sorry. Has anyone received their new emblem card yet? Yes, Sherry, there were a few people that have. You just have to call for it.
Right. And I believe they were saying that some went on the website and when they printed it, it did still show the $15 copay. So I guess their webmaster didn't take care of that.
No, he might not have got the memo.
I guess not. The last to know.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll send someone a memo about that. When aren't you full of coffee, Michelle? I think now.
Yeah, I think now. See, I'm running out. I didn't have enough today.
Karen said she received her cards. Also printed from the website. Well, Walter, when you printed them from the website, did yours still have the copays on them or no? Thank you, Margaret. We appreciate you too. I called and received the new emblem health card. It shows $0 copays.
All right, good.
Oh, Walter says he printed it up off the website and it says no copays, so maybe they fixed it.
Oh, okay, because I know earlier in the week I was getting some emails that said that the website was still showing. So, okay, so maybe.
Thank you, Walter.
Thank you, Walter.
That's very good. So next week, excuse me, we're coming out with a new campaign. If I have the mental capacity, we'll start to roll it out on Sunday. Otherwise, Monday morning, look for homework. You guys have had a really good reprieve. So homework will start again on Monday. Joe, if you're listening, Joe Mizrahi, you will have an email from us because I need you to do a little something for us like you did the last year. Uh-oh, Don Ho is posting links.
Okay.
I'm almost afraid to click Don Ho's links. So we'll start doing that next, I'm gonna say Monday. Let's shoot for Monday. Monday morning, you'll have homework posted of what to do. I'm showing closed captioning. So if you're not seeing closed captioning, because I did set it and I have it right here, you need to click it on your screen and it will show up.
Right,
because I enabled it here and I could see it. Michelle and I could see closed captioning on ours.
right.
And don't worry, it'll go up on YouTube and it'll have the closed captioning on it. I think they uploaded some update because see it. Do you see how the closed captioning are coming up right now on the
Yeah.
bottom? How you and I see them
Right.
on our screen here.
Yep, hold on. Okay, yeah, now I see it.
How it has like your icon and my icon.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's interesting. But if you're on your cell phone, click the 3 dots up at the top. There's an option to turn on or turn off your closed captioning because I have them on my cell phone. I could see it. If it's not working, it might just be a Facebook thing, but they will be there. You may need to just go back and listen or watch.
Well, I have closed captions set on my cell phone for face, so I see it on mine.
Okay, so I'm seeing it on mine too. So at least I know we're good.
And I can turn it on my Zoom. So
They said online is slowly happening. Okay. Got it. Hello, Diane. Sorry I never got to call you back today, but I was in the hospital all day right after you spoke with me this morning. And Michelle could tell you when I spoke to her this afternoon, I was probably working on about 4 brain cells. So Adams took closed captioning away. I don't know. Maybe he sent them to Brooklyn. I don't know. He's sending everybody to Brooklyn these days. Too crazy.
So anybody have any questions?
Emblem. So Keith says he called Emblem. They told him that they're sending new cards that say no copays because they are not notifying the doctors.
Right, and I did get the email I sent it to you, Marianne, that there's an issue with apparently the algorithm on the doctor's end.
Say that again?
So I got an email from somebody that works at the doctor's office, and the doctors are supporting us and they think it's, great on what we're doing and everything. But, the Emblem they're doing something with the doctor's offices with the copay. There's something that's not right there, but I did send you that email. I'll have to go back and touch in on that.
Yes, Ellen, Michelle said I've not been in email today. So Michelle said yes, and I did see something from Steve come over that he did put in an updated argument in our brief. So you can check that on NYSA.
Yeah, it's on NYSA.
Does anyone have questions?
Diane DeMarco's like, the wind is fierce here. Yeah, it was fierce here. We were hitting 30 miles an hour.
Is she by you?
No, but she's down further.
Okay.
No, I live in the frozen tundra. I'm not near Canada. People think I'm near Canada. I'm not near Canada.
Don Ho, I identify as a non-co-payer. So Roberta says, I was looking for a new PCP, although I found one on ZocDoc. Suddenly she's no longer taking Emblem. Okay, Roberta, if you are on Medicare, They have no choice but to accept your emblem senior care plan. It is not your primary. They have to, as long as that doctor accepts your Medicare as primary, they must accept your GHI senior care, period. No ifs, ands, or buts. And if that's the situation, you need to, we need to call your doctor's office because they need to be educated. They must accept your senior care if they accept your Medicare as primary, period, full stop. Went to Emblem to check ID card, still says $15 and won't let me print. All right, Bob, did you just do that like just a few minutes ago? Bob Benkowski, when did you do that? I'll have to go check. I know. Well, I thought we would be good teachers and we would give you a break from homework, but homework's coming.
Good night, Diane. Good night. Oh, no, Diane, I meant good night, Barbara. And you're funny, Bob. Rob.
George
Okay.
says, when is this all going to be over? They're playing games with us. Well, I think that's the game. Remember, you know, we've said this a long time ago. The goal of this may not be to win. It may just be to exhaust the crap out of us and spend all of our money and hope we'll just go away.
So
It's a tactic.
So Roberta, so yeah, so she's going to tell you, yes, that you would have to pay the 20% difference yourself, but what's going to happen is it's in the, I had the same thing up here. They tell me the same thing and I go, yeah, okay, yeah, thank you. And then what happens is they send the bill automatically. Once it hits Medicare, it goes right to GHI senior care on the back, you know, they do their thing in with the insurance and then whatever's left, if there's anything left, then you know, it comes to us. So I just tell them, yeah, okay, thank you. And I don't even like try to explain it to them, especially up by me, because, you know, it's a lost cause.
So Jimmy is saying that he's up on the website right now. It still says $15. So if you want to print it, if it doesn't let you print it, then you're not going to be able to do anything. I'll call them on Monday or I'll email them on the weekend, but
I guess maybe some are done, maybe some are updated, who knows?
I don't know. That's a programming thing. But we'll figure that one out Monday. Is it possible to get back any of the copays I paid from? If we win the lawsuit, Janet, you should get those back. Ellen says we get nervous when we don't have homework. I know, trust me, so do I. My anxiety level's been super peaked. Michelle can tell you.
Oh, I know.
When all of our advisors say, just sit on your hands, I'm like, how can I do that? I'm Italian. That's like taking away my oxygen. Roberta, I gave up since it's a new doctor. I'm just continuing to look for a new doctor. No, don't give up, girl. Really, if you have that, if you could do me this favor, call that doctor and ask him if they take Medicare as primary. If they say yes, wonderful. Try to make the appointment. If the doctor says, ooh, the office says, oh, you've got Emblem GHI senior care, I can't take that. Call me or Michelle. Get me that doctor's phone number. Get me the person you spoke to, and Michelle and I will call them.
Yeah, they're telling her that she'll be responsible for the 20%.
No.
No, I know that, but again, it'll go right to senior care because that's the way it's set up on the city. The city has.
Let's just do the phone call.
Right.
We'll bring them to Jesus. Don't worry. William, we did file our lawsuit for legal expenses and it got turned down. We didn't get that.
Well, Roberta said they canceled her online appointment. And then Ellen Reiser said, I'm Jewish, we have guilt. We don't, when we don't have something to do to help, like homework. And then William Shenton said, I never destroyed the old cards and wasn't sent new ones with copays, so keep using the old ones.
That's a good. I still have my old one too.
Oh, so do I. I have like a whole slew of them. They're all in the safe.
Dino, I think you messaged me this week, but if I tell you how many text messages I get and emails, if I did not respond to you, I am sorry. I will try to dig out your text message and text you over the weekend. But Michelle can vouch, they come in at like 50 at a time and then everything just gets pushed down.
So yeah, so Diane said the doctor only sends the claim to Medicare and then Medicare automatically sends the claim to Emblem.
Yeah.
Correct. Right. So.
Okay, so co-pays with PT. So you need to tell the physical therapist that they need to call, are you incurring PT from, so here's the deal. If you call up Emblem, Emblem's gonna say that, yes, we've stopped co-pays effective January 12th. Anything before January 12th, you have to pay for. Now, that's not our opinion, and we don't believe that's the judge's opinion, but that's what Emblem is doing right now. It's okay. If your doctor appointments are from the 12th on, and if you're going to PT Dino like 2-3 times a week, like this week, next week, whatever, they're not supposed to charge you the copay. And if they do, say, hey, listen, while I'm getting my treatment, can you just call Emblem Health? Here's the number. And they'll tell you that copays stopped on January 12th. That's in their world. I mean, they don't always live in the real world, but it's in the Emblem world. And so then they will be told that after January 12th, they can't charge you a copay, that they'll get reimbursed through Emblem, okay? If they're before January 12th, our attorney's opinion is you shouldn't have to pay those. However, some of the doctors are saying we don't really care. You could show them the preliminary injunction. It's on our website under announcements. I think it's number 56 or 59. It'll say, you know, the decision. You can give that to them. If they still don't care and they want the copay, pay it. Hold the receipt. Hopefully by the end we win this case and you'll get that back. But as of the 12th of January, they should not be charging you any copay. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, it just seems it's the PT people that, you know, I'm still getting positive emails that, you know, copays are being wiped away or they're not being charged or.
Cool.
Right. So.
All right. So Dino, I from your comment, I'm hoping I answered your question. Thank you, Sissy Pooh. Thank you, Brother Pooh. I miss talking to you. I miss Dino. His wife had the same name as my mom. And Dino's a grandpa.
Yes, I know. I saw twins, I believe.
Yes, pretty babies. Plural.
Roberta says, I asked Emblem for a list of copays I made, have not seen anything from them, and I don't see on their website where to find that info. So I know there was I have to log into
EOBs, you'd have to go into your EOBs.
No, but there was a thing that said to date, and it said how much in copays you paid. There was somebody had told us how to. Yeah, it says you can access it online at on the Emblem site, and it shows how much you paid in copays.
Okay.
I have to go on it and look at it to see where exactly it is.
I got it.
Because somebody told us about that last year, and of course I forgot.
Okay.
My attention span's been very short. All right. Any news this week regarding the proposed language to be added to the admin code, which would stop this MA debacle from happening again?
Any news this week on the proposal? No. There's no news. Not on that yet. Trust me, we're every week we're on top of that. That's just moving at a snail's pace, and trust me, we're not happy about that either, but There is a place in Emblem to download financial data which has the copays, says William. Copays for 2023, but not for 2022. Go to claims, then download healthcare financial summary will give you all the details. So hopefully that helps whoever is asking that. Someone on Facebook showed how to do it with images to generate an Excel file or a PDF with the copays. It shows all the flames.
No, it's claims, not flames.
Claims for a date range listing company payments and yours. Thank you, Lisa. That was good. It's a financial summary and breaks down costs by category, including copays. Thank you, Diane. Even Jerry says he did what was said and he was able to download it. Great. Kevin says 118 days till I retire from the federal government. No more working for the man. Congratulations, Kevin.
And Elderman, I got the copays from 2022 online and I asked for a hard copy also. Oh, kitty wants a.
Janet says, wouldn't the 2023 deductible, 226 for Medicare and 50 for Emblem Health? Now I lost it. Oops. Have to be exhausted before you charge copays in 23. Yes. But there are some people that would have hit that right away.
Right. Oh, I know, I hit my deductible already. Oh, Dan. I'm not
At this
applying.
past RTC UFT meeting Monday, Tom Murphy was trying to save the UFT. Girl, do tell, what the hell happened? That's okay. I've got local 3621 blaming me. It's called the Marianne Pizzatola lawsuit that caused all this mess. And so we were talking about, it's like, oh yeah, they blame me for global warming. I'm blamed for everything. Wilty lettuce, they blame me for it all.
Okay. Well, thanks, Diane.
Did you not know that was my fault? Everything's my fault.
Oh, what, multi lettuce? Okay.
Everything is my fault. According to Vinnie Variali from 3621, everything's Marianne's fault.
All right.
Yeah, your cat sitting on your computer is my fault.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Vinny's uniform is wrinkled is my fault. His tires are low is my fault. His lug nuts are loose, that's my fault too. Do you remember that? Check your lug nuts.
Yep. Yes, Robin, you tore a putty tat.
That's cute. Tom Murphy was trying to save the UFT, trying to have the UFT appear transparent. Is that possible? Bill was asking a question. Where did that go? What is the new Medicare B deductible for 23?
It's 233, correct? Deductible.
Deductible. I think it is.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know. I'll have to Google it.
I think it's 233, and then it's the 50 for GHI.
Medicare B is 226 for 2023. It's a decrease of $7.
Oh, is it? I thought it was 233. Oh, okay.
That was last year.
Oh, okay.
So the deductible for Part B is 226.
Okay. 226 and 50.
Yes, Ellen, we are in the middle of a transition, so the thermometer will go back up. But you got to give us a couple weeks.
Now, this is funny because when somebody asked, I think a few weeks ago, and I said 226, they told me, no, it's 235 before the new year. And I'm like, no, because I remember it went down $7.
Yeah, Ellen, that was really interesting. I asked about that today because, the OLR Commissioner Renee Campion was at the last hearing, but she wasn't at this hearing. But if you remember at the last hearing, she couldn't really answer the questions and she kept turning to Claire Levitt, which, when you start watching stuff like that, you recognize that she doesn't really know what's going on. So I don't think that was what they wanted, but it was really bad because the city was the only group that was actually put under oath. I don't know if you recognize that, but they were. Not labor, not any of us.
Right, and they still lied.
And they still lied. Barbara Hiss Nielsen, I get blamed for everything too. When I was in first grade, a classmate told me that I killed Christ. I bet you Vinny's accusing me of that too. He probably says I killed Santa Claus. He blames me for everything. It's all right, Barbara. Why don't Mayor give the Medicare Advantage to the illegal being, but, well, hey, George, they're probably not on Medicare. I would really like to know how much the city gets back on member pensions lost due to death. What do you mean gets back? When a member dies, then usually their pension dies with them if they haven't elected a death benefit. So I don't know what they would get back. Typically in the city, there's a couple hundred people, a couple hundred members pass like every month.
So Laura Genovese said, Tom Murphy said UFT sent an email out about a week and a half ago to everyone about the fact that the city council did not amend the code, but UFT hopes they will. I sure as hell got that mysterious email.
Look, we've always said that, they could try to eliminate everything. That doesn't mean that they'll be successful at it. And it doesn't mean that that's how it will stay. It always means that there could be potential other lawsuits, like we said. But you have to wait and see what they do first. And then we react. Yes, Dan, for right now, yes. Adams was too scared to show up in Staten Island yesterday to see if Chuck saw his shadow. Well, remember the last time Chuck came out, didn't the mayor drop him?
No, well, the mayor, he got bit. So that's what I said to you on the phone. I said, Punxsutawney Phil, I said, Staten Island Chuck, I said, didn't invite the mayor. I was like, he didn't show up. That's what I said to you on the phone.
That was the text message this morning when you said Chuck and I thought you meant Chick. I was like, who'd the mayor bite?
No, I said the mayor didn't show up. So I guess Chuck didn't get a chance to bite him.
I was out of my element today.
Yeah.
Ellen, no council person voted. There was no voting on the bill.
Yeah, no, there was no vote.
Scott and Gerald say the thing died.
No,
Phil died.
No, Phil's from PA. It's Staten Island Chuck.
Dropped and the animal died.
Oh, who? Bloomberg? That was Bloomberg that dropped.
Really?
Chuck.
So we did have a mayor that killed what is it? A gopher? What is it?
Oh, de Blasio dropped Chuck. That's what it said. That's
when he died of his injuries.
Oh, that's not cool.
He bit Bloomberg, but someone else dropped him anyway. That had to be de Blasio.
That's what he said.
The groundhog died.
Oh
my God. De Blasio dropped the groundhog. De Bozo. It bit Bloomberg. See, they don't like New York mayors.
All our mayors have slippery fingers.
Oh my gosh.
Marcia says, yes, they covered up the groundhog's death for a while. Oh. Doreen says animals are smart. Yes, they are.
I want to share a little history with you guys because this came up yesterday. And I'm
Gerald
gonna.
thought
What's
Mary Ann killed the groundhog.
What's that?
Gerald goes, I thought Mary Ann killed the groundhog.
I probably got blamed for that too. Hello, Vinny. Did I kill the groundhog? I did. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, well, good night, Diane. She's like, you ladies look exhausted, must be exhausted. So she's going to bed. Good night.
Animals sense evil too, says Doreen. I know. Don says we had brains when we made contacts, looked forward. Now people live for now.
Yep.
Good night, Di. So I want to revisit a little bit of history that I learned last night. You know how I always love history, right? I'm always talking about how things happened and why they happened and who did them, right? So I want to show you a tribute to Mayor Lindsay. This will be a tribute to him because we have 12-126 because of Mayor Lindsay. But I learned something about him last night that I did not know. And knowing how important what he did, the act that he did of having the city council legislate 12-126, and that we still have it today, 55, 56 years later. And it's because of him that we have it. And we have Medicare B reimbursement. And it's because he was already covering healthcare. But I want to tell you something about him that you may not know. And how towards the end of his life, I'm going to share my screen. Let's see if that comes up. That he did not have health care. I don't know if they can see this. New York gives Mayor Lindsay health coverage. This is an article from May of 1996. He prepped at St. Paul's, graduated from Yale and Yale Law. He went to Congress from the Silk Stocking District and to City Hall on a slogan. He's fresh and everyone else is tired. That was John Lindsay 30 years ago, cool, lean, handsome, impeccable, patrician as politician. But last year, the former mayor faced the same problem as 1.5 million other more humble New Yorkers. He had no health insurance. And in a city notorious for general municipal pensions, Lindsay had none at all. Now, 2 city appointments have given the 74-year-old Lindsay, who has Parkinson's disease, health coverage and a chance to build credit towards a pension. Although few New Yorkers seem to begrudge him a break, one said Lindsay's case illustrated the plight of others less fortunate. It just shows what a patchwork health insurance system we have, said Jerry Billiggs of State Communities Aid Association, an advocacy group for the poor. Because we don't have universal coverage, anything can happen to all sorts of people. It isn't just a problem for low-income people. How could Lindsay, of all people, wind up in such straits? When he left City Hall in 1973, after 8 years, Lindsay had not worked long enough to qualify for a municipal pension, and that seemed immaterial when he joined an elite law firm. When that firm disbanded in 1991, he joined another top firm, but that firm also succumbed, leaving Lindsay with neither a pension nor health insurance. Meanwhile, his health deteriorated. He underwent heart surgery in 1988, suffered 2 strokes. He was hospitalized in 1990 after collapsing at a luncheon, again 4 years later after collapsing on a steamy platform at Grand Central Terminal. Despite his image, Lindsay's family fortune was neither old nor large. His father went to law school nights. As mayor, Lindsay never made more than $50,000, $5,000 which he gave back because he said the city needed it more than he did. His wife Mary told Newsday this week. Last October, Mayor Rudolph Giuliani named Lindsay a special counsel to the city's commission to the United Nations, its liaison with the world body, as well as missions and consulates. His yearly salary, $25,096. City Hall spokesman Jack Deasy said Lindsay worked 21 hours a week, one more than needed to qualify for insurance coverage, and turns in time cards. In December, the mayor also appointed Lindsay to an unsalaried presidency of the Sister City program, which administered from within the city's UN commission. The appointments by Giuliani, the first Republican mayor since Lindsay, were supported by City Council President Peter Vallone, a Democrat. Lindsay's cause also has been championed by former Mayor Dinkins and Edward Koch. Lindsay's speech is slurred. He cannot read and he cannot walk without help. Although everyone who knows him comments on his gallantry and poise, he scarcely sounds able to work. Attempts to contact Lindsay were unsuccessful. Warren Weschler, his friend and former press secretary, said Lindsay would be out of the city for several weeks and probably would have no comment. Calls to the UN Commission were referred to Giuliani's office. His duties are largely advisory, Deasy said. They depend on his expertise as a figure who's been chief executive of New York City. Lindsay regularly attends board meetings and keeps an office, but also works outside the office, Deasy said. Billings, the policy advocate, noted that as mayor, Lindsay did much to help the poor and said his arrangement seemed minor compared to those routinely enjoyed by former officials. It's a standard practice if you're politically connected. But he added, you could say, well, Mayor Lindsay, other people without insurance have to rely on hospital charity care or pay a lot out of pocket. What about them? So I want you to understand something. This is what we keep advocating for, is that everyone should have the right to access to healthcare. And this is why we fight for what we do. Yeah, June says he was handsome. Yes, he was. And if you'll notice, I keep behind me a picture of Victor Gottbaum. He was pretty good looking too. But this is absolutely crazy to have learned this over the weekend, over this past week. And one of our own members on our group educated me to this situation literally just yesterday. And that blew my mind. So I wanted to share that with you because it is because of this man that we have what we have. And I wanted to share that story with you because I feel it's compelling and we need to teach our history to our elected officials because they don't know their history. And here was a man who gave us what we have and he didn't even have it. He didn't even benefit from it. So that's my story for the night.
And the copays did stop January 12th. I'm seeing her asking. So yes, they stopped.
Scott Whitaker question, is the PBA union with us or against us? When I've called them, they've kindly refused to answer directly. The PBA has never spoken with us formally, officially, or in any official capacity. I have never spoken with Pat Lynch at all. Bless you. I have spoken with someone in their office, but we've never had them support us in this. So I do not know where they stand, officially or unofficially.
Don Ho says, I'm so old, I served under Lindsay. Thank you, Roberta.
It's an important story. It really is, because I'll tell you, when the gentleman that one of our members educated me to that fact, it blew my mind. This is why we do this, is because we want to make sure that you don't end up in that situation. Mayor Lindsay, who made sure we all had health care, didn't even have it for himself.
And you're not bothering us.
So when I went to the doctor January 12th, there should be no copay. No, there should be no copays after January 12th. There shouldn't technically be any at all anywhere, but we're still dealing with that. But as of the 12th, you should not be asked for a copay. You have two things. You can either give them a copy of that order, you know, keep it with you, ask them to make a copy. That way you're keeping one for you, keep it in the glove box or in your purse, right? And or just tell them, hey, call Emblem while I'm standing here. They'll tell you not to collect a copay. I don't, who is Dana Farber? Oh, is that a doctor or something?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Called Dana Farber to arrange a consultation. First question after my name was, do you have an Advantage plan? I said no, and asked why. She told me they didn't accept Advantage plans. Yep.
Carol Blum, I'm so old I started under Wagner. Another very good mayor. Marcia, I believe the article said he had a city job, sister city program that gave him enough hours to get active worker coverage. Yes. And I think that was an LA Times article. It was the first thing I Googled when the gentleman was telling me about it. So you could Google it as well because it should be free. If it's not, if you can't find it or don't have free access to it, let me know. I should.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. It's a cancer center. So yeah.
Yes, many cancer centers don't take MA plans.
Right.
Dan Murray, as a life member of the PBA isn't helping us at all. Member for 54 years, forget the PBA. Thank you, Dan. So there's another gentleman running for PBA. If you guys would be so kind as to reach out to that candidate, put him in touch with us and give him my phone number, tell him to call us. We'd like to bring him up to speed on a group meeting with you guys. Have a couple of PBA retirees and us be on a call. That would be wonderful to educate them. Roberta, so appreciative to those good people who came before and for what you're doing now. Carol Shinless Gagnelli, my husband served under Lindsay, and Lindsay did the best for the city at the time, stabilized areas and saved the communities from riots. This is why I wanted to go back. We started that project of going back to people who were like 80 years old. We wanted to go back to find out about how things were done during their day. We need to pick that project back up.
I still have that list.
Rosalie D'Angelo Dragonetti, my husband is listening in with me. He knew about Lindsay because he worked for Rudy, NYPD retired detective. That's awesome. I'm not that old, but I served under Lindsay. My late father was a Lindsay appointee. So you guys who worked under him, if you have any stories you want to share with us, share them in an email to Michelle, and then Michelle will share them with me, and then we will put them together in some sort of a collage. I think that's a nice tribute to someone who did something to help people.
Right.
Serena Mia, I saw him schmoozing in Battery Park City. Didn't Al Shanker have something to do with the benefits that New York City retirees now have? Not to my knowledge. If there's something else there, let me know. I mean, the one good thing about this is you see we're always learning, right? What about the other police unions? Police unions who?
Yeah.
Who? Tony knows where Pat Lynch lives. If you want to knock on his door, why don't you and Tony go knock on his door? I began my employment while Lindsay was mayor. The unions never appreciated him, Michael Quill of Transit especially. Scott Whitaker, Giuliani gave us 2 years of zeros rates. Yes, we remember that. 95 to 97.
Yep.
Dan Murray, no info on members running for PBA. Let me know. We'll work with you. Okay, so there is a gentleman running against Pat. He announced his candidacy last week. You know, Marcia, the next time we come into the city, we're going to need to go into the museum and go see that. If that's still up, let me know. Let me see if I find the gentleman's name.
Trudy says Lindsay had a bad garbage strike.
The gentleman that's running against Pat Lynch is Corey Grable. He is the Transit Financial Secretary at New York City Police Benevolent Association at the NYCPBA. He is a police officer from the PBA Transit Bureau, Secretary NYPD. So studied government politics at St. John's, went to John Dewey, and he's from Brooklyn. He is running against Pat Lynch.
So Stephen Fisher says Batman series in the 60s had a Mayor Lindsay as mayor of Gotham. It was a play on Lindsay. Doreen says Tony, he said he will toilet paper Pat Lynch's trees just for fun. Well, you can't use eggs. Eggs are expensive.
Where is that? I just bought 18 eggs for $7 today. Is that a lot of money?
No, that's actually pretty cheap. Because it's like a dozen eggs up here is like $8.
What?
Yeah, it's like crazy.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So Scott, Corey Grable is on Facebook. Don Ho, why do cops and Amtex love each other? I don't know. Is that a knock-knock joke?
Joy Watson said the New York City Corrections wants an Advantage plan. While speaking to someone on the executive board last June, I asked him about Medicare Advantage and his reply was, oh, it's not that bad. He also introduced, hold on, it's not that bad.
Me to a lawyer who stated when I asked, would you take the plan for you and your family? His reply was yes. I said, bull effing shit, and walked away.
Diane says, so is toilet paper. Ellen Kessler said, there's a bird flu. Yeah, there is. I know that's why the eggs are so high.
Oh, there's a bird flu?
Oh, there's been a bird flu. Yeah. Elga Jaffe says Dollar General has good prices on eggs.
Trader Joe's has eggs for $3.50.
Scott says the eggs have a copay. Listen, my chickens are on strike again. I don't know
it's
why.
Cold. Thanks. Well, Dan says, where did that go now?
Thanks. We'll see if I can get a telephone number on him and offer my contacts and myself help him get elected against Lynch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Ready.
So that's the scoop. So we will put up homework on Monday. We will try to give a few more updates next week. I am doing a couple of fundraisers with helping the DC 37 Retirees Association. So I'll be kind of running around like the next week and a half, but we will put up a homework assignment for Monday. So you stay tuned that it will be out on Monday, and we'll also be asking for a few volunteers for Valentine's Day. So start to clear your schedules for Valentine's Day. We only need about 20-25 people. for Valentine's, no more than 50 to go to City Hall. I won't be able to be there because I'll be at another event, but if you are interested, we have our advisors that will be there. And we're still kind of working out the details on that. So we'll all update you on Monday on that one. But it'll just be a small little gathering, and we want to do a sweet little something and then call it a day. So just a little show, a peaceful, sweet show, showing, and then go. So we'll let you know what's happening on Monday, okay? Anyway, everyone, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being part of this crazy mission.
Yeah, and like I always say, thank you guys, because again, as always, without you, we wouldn't be here. Appreciate you guys putting up with us. And, so, and thank the moderators for keeping the board steady and forward, and Joe for the website, and everybody else that keeps us in check.
Yeah, our boots on the ground,
Yeah.
Len,
And everybody
Sophie,
else participating, right?
so it's all of you, we do appreciate you. And Kathy, who has been sending out our gift t-shirts, we'll be putting you back in business shortly, don't worry. And thank you for everything that you all do. So we're gonna call it a night. Say have a great weekend, and then we'll see you Monday.
Yes, alrighty. You guys take care, have a good weekend, and we will talk to you soon.
All right, ciao guys.